What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Tuesday afternoon. Just sitting back and eating some lunch, and just wanted to make this video to respond to my previous video I had made a couple of days ago in regards to the carnivore diet. And a lot of people are thinking that I'm actually siding with vegans there, and a lot of people had said, well, would you choose to rather be a vegan than be a carnivore? And I'm here to answer that today. And honestly, I would, if I had two choices, I would actually pick being a vegan. The reason being is because I used to be on a vegan diet. You guys got to remember that I'm from Asheville, North Carolina. So, that is the heart and soul basically of a lot of vegan diets here. I mean, literally speaking, and here's the thing when it comes to vegans. The issue that I have with vegans are people like vegan gains, ones that go and shove their dieting ideals into other people's faces. In addition, to vegans that simply can't shut the fuck up about being a vegan. Veganism is a diet. It's not a social movement whatsoever. And the thing about it is that another thing that I really hate is a lot of these so-called vegans. They keep trying to promote this fake meat, fake beef, and stuff like that. When I was a vegan back in '96, we didn't have that type of stuff, and I think it's the wrong way to approach being a vegan. Because the thing about it is that the purpose of being a vegan is to have a plant-based diet, and I don't think at no point in time should you have any type of item that is a substitute for any other substance, such as fake chicken, fake beef. And the reason being is because the biggest issue about using those products is it gives you a more of a thought, and it gives you almost a temptation to actually go back and get off the diet itself there. So, and another people, and since I brought that up, I'll tell you a typical meal plan that I had. In the morning time, I would have steel coat oats. I would put cranberries in there. I would, put a little bit of olive oil in there to give it a little bit of consistency, get my calories in and everything like that. Subsequently, sometimes I would even add fried tofu and sunflower oil, which is very awesome there. I have a bunch of recipes. For lunch, I would have a simple peanut butter and jelly sandwich, organic jelly that I would get from the Asheville Food Co-op that's vegan based. At the time, I mean, it's pretty easy to make these types of products here. I did avoid products like honey, because even though that is a organic substance here, it's not really much of a vegan, but there's a lot of substitutes for that, such as, sugar canes and stuff like that. So that's what I would eat whenever I was training at the time. And for dinner, I would still fry up some tofu. Either that, or I would make paneer tiki masala. I also used a lot of Indian recipes as well, and it's pretty easy to convert those over to vegan. I've seen vegan gains eating up a bowl of lentils, and that's simply not the way to make lentils. I mean, he makes them all wrong. There's a lot of other stuff that you can add to it to add a little bit of flavor. And the biggest thing is just like my other diets, I would always freeze the lentils itself there, and then that way you're not trying to cook every day. You keep your kitchen basically clean. I mean, there's a lot of, so I relied on a lot of Asian, Cantonese, and a lot of Indian cuisine in order whenever I was doing the vegan diet. And it's pretty easy. And people ask, well, what about desserts and everything? One of my best dishes I had was, I had two things, it was two things. It was a poutine, that I would, I wouldn't use the curds or anything like that. I would use that. There was actually a substitute at the time, which was, pretty easy to make. I would use a mushroom gravy with it. But, I also had peanut butter fries or peanut butter and jelly fries, which I would take the peanut butter, I would take the jelly, I would warm it up in a nice saucepan. I would either deep fry some fries in sunflower or mostly peanut oil in this case. Peanut oil gives it a lot better flavor to it, and I would simply pour it on. I'd sit back, pop in a VHS. Yeah, well, that's right, VHS. Remember, guys, this is 1996. Pop in my VHS. I'd watch The Dirty Pair or some other anime that I got from the little VHS shop that was nearby, which was in walking distance of where I lived at. I lived at Ravencroft, and then I lived at on Chestnut Street. I lived in my studio apartment that I had at the time. Funny thing is, it was like $250 a month, and now if you go back and look at the very same place, that same apartment now is like $2,400 a month there. So, I mean, guys, this is a very long time ago. This is at a time where there wasn't no fake beef and fake chicken, and there's no need to actually have that type of shit neither. I think vegans, number one, you need to shut the fuck up about being vegan. Number two, don't try to shove a lifestyle in someone's face here. If someone wants to be a vegan, let them be a vegan on their own free will, and stop promoting this fake beef, fake meat, and all this other shit. Does it hurt too much to crack open a fucking cookbook and learn some Asian recipes, learn some Indian recipes? The Indians are experts at vegan diets. Simply put, you have all this information and yet you're too fucking lazy to go crack open a goddamn book and learn about true veganism. So you guys think about it for a bit, okay? Just think about it, all right? It's quite simple, So, in other words, just to conclude, yes, I would pick a vegan diet over a, carnivore diet, because there's no benefit to a carnivore diet. It's for idiots. Sean Baker's an idiot. I've seen this other woman up there who's changed her diet every once in a while. She's stupid. I think they call her a fit and nerdy girl. I think she's fit and stupid there, if you ask me. The point of being a nerd, is you have to actually have a sense of intelligence here. And if you're on a carnivore diet, that's a clear indication that you're not a nerd. You're not of a high intelligence, So, you guys, ultimately, you pick and choose what you want there. But this carnivore diet, is just a bunch of bullshit. Stay away from it. And if you are a vegan, well, good for you. Simply shut the fuck up about being a vegan and go on about your business here. If someone wants to be a vegan, let them be a goddamn vegan. All right? That's all I got to say today. Take care.